So to continue on from my next, um, what has really benefited me the most in this class is a lot of the tactics, the techniques, and the procedures I was learning. Let me screen. Um, because a lot of these things I was able to use them in another class. Like I said, my comms class was really the most taxing class that I had. Um, and I felt like I needed to put a lot of my focus into that, which again, learning how to research, learning how to learn, learning how to search for things. I feel like taking this class, that it has been worthwhile. Um, Another thing too is like even when I look at other things, like if I read, like an example is what one of my friends, we had a conversation about guns, and they're from Australia, so they were kind of like, well, our country hasn't had a mass shooting in 30 years, and you guys have had 600 mass shootings in the year 2020. And when I questioned that, like, where did you get that source from? And then I did a quick Google search, and I realized that it was really just a false report. And the website, the people that published it, I really couldn't find any actual credibility with them. And I also noticed that they didn't really do a deep dive in the statistics. So it's actually very common where, you know, two gangs might have a shootout, and what they'll do is they'll take shootout, classify it as a massacre, although it wasn't, it was two parties engaging each other, but they'll classify that as a massacre and then throw it into that lump, and then it adds to the number of so-called gun massacres in the US, which is a false report, not accurate. So part of this class, again, it's helped me to like have better arguments in a sense, and to really dissect things more thoroughly. Um, and like I've said before, going through this course, I've never interviewed someone. I've learned what I can do to make that better. I've never done a podcast before, but now I can say that I have, and I think I could have organized some questions better for that too. Um, I'm looking at all of it, and I'm just seeing it all in hindsight. And even right now, like I've never screen recorded a video and then had to speak on it. Um, I've only done that this semester. I had to do it once for my English class, and now I'm doing it here a second time, and I got to do it a third time for, did I say my English class? My philosophy class. I'm gonna be doing it two times for my philosophy class, but just it's something I've never done before, and and yeah, this semester has just made me do a lot of things. I still feel uncomfortable with, but I feel like I'm gonna get better with it, and I'm proud. I'm glad that I've taken this course. I'm glad that I've learned, a lot of things. I've taken it seriously. Um, and yeah, if I had to pick something that I was proud of, um, honestly, I want to talk about my comms class. I couldn't say I did something like that I'm extremely proud of in this class, like, although I've liked everything that I've done, but I feel like my comms class was the hardest. But again, everything that I was learning in here, I was taking it and then using it somewhere else, which has worked to my success. Um, I feel good about my speech that I had to do in comms class. Um, I've watched the video, I've seen some things that I could have done better, but I knew I had a time crunch, and I managed to hit it, in comparison to a lot of other students. So if I had to say like what is like my proudest work, it would actually be in another class. I'm being honest. But as I said, what I've learned in this class, I used it over there. Um, so yeah, uh, if there was anything you could pay attention to in the literacy nexus map, I guess I would say the podcast. I'm, I don't know. Really, I feel like so cringy about everything, but that's, yeah, I would say the podcast was something I really did well. And also my essay, after I've polished it up and I've made my adjustments. And overall, I've liked this course. I've liked this class, and I 1302. But as of now, this this is everything that I've worked on, and I guess I can show you my PowerPoint for my other class. Oh, there is one more thing. Um, even if my own work seems kind of cringy, or I cringe when I look at it, and even though I constantly roast myself because I'm like, this could have been better, that could have been better, I could have delivered this better. One thing that I am extremely proud of is that a lot of students in other classes, all they've done is just recycle their work. It was an assignment that they did in a past class or that they did in high school, like a speech topic. And all they really do when they're given this assignment in college is they just take something from high school, rework it, and and they run with it, you know? And and they've recycled it. But for me, I can actually proudly say that everything I've done in college so far, in all my classes, I haven't recycled anything because I don't have anything to recycle. I've been in school since 2012. So for me, I'm really proud of the fact that I've done all of this working from scratch, just working from the ground up. I didn't take some old assignment. I didn't recycle it. I didn't polish it up. And it's my go-to assignment. No, like I really did something from scratch. I'm proud of it. Even if it doesn't get, a passing grade, I'm okay with it because I know I can learn from it. And that's all I have been doing. Um, so yeah, this is my PowerPoint in class, and my speech is actually up on YouTube. If you want to look at that, you can roast me, go ahead, make fun of me. But as I said, like I'm proud of this. North Koreans, Greenwood, Indiana. I really like this holster. Um, and again, we had to like have the minimum amount of words and just what you really have to do is be able to elaborate on things, and you only had three note cards, etc. Um, yeah, I was actually so nervous for this presentation that I didn't show up to my last day of English class because I wanted to spend the time rehearsing and trying to memorize and practice things. Uh, yeah, I could have done better with. Um, well, overall, this has been my take on the course. I do like it. I stand by it, and yeah, I'm excited for 1302 if I can take it. What? It's all been a learning curve. Pass or fail. It's all been a learning curve for me, and I'm gonna keep going. Thank you.